Alright, this is the Sutherland Shire Crit. It's an awesome course, probably the smoothest in Sydney, and also one of the most interesting. So basically you've got this massive downhill, so you see this long part here. You can pretty much hold 0 watts, and you can reach speeds of up to 60 kilometers an hour without much effort, which is pretty cool. So massive downhill, takes most of the course there. And then you put in a huge amount of effort to go up it. Then there's a false flat, and then you're done. So then it goes round and round and round. So you've got like 450 watts for about a minute, and then you can rest. We're bringing Bahan back here. Well, we're not bringing him back, but he got brought back. He broke away for 3 laps straight off the gun, and there's gaps starting to form. So you can see these gaps here. There's a few guys up the road. And again, I didn't really learn much from last week's crit, but yeah, I've sort of chased it down. This one I did chase down quite successfully. You can see I'm in a bit of a super tuck here, and these guys aren't really chasing very well. And yeah, so caught up with this group. Little did I know there's a group of 3 out the front. I thought it was a group of 2, but and you'll see why that's important at the end. But essentially, we got 5 teammates from Sydney CC. This is Bosco here. And yeah, we got bored by lap 6, so we were sort of doing attacks off the front. As you can imagine, the group wasn't too keen to let anyone off the front. It's pretty easy to break away on this course because you can't, once you're out of sight, you can pretty much, it's really hard to gauge how far away the other people are. So these guys were bringing our attacks back, which, no fun, but whatever. We at least we had the fitness to try the attacks in the first place, up a hill, no less as well. There was a group of 2, well, it was a group of 3, but I thought it was a group of 2 up ahead, and again, I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring it back, and even though I'm a sprinter, I'm trying to expand my toolbox a bit, and response and attacking and bringing breakaway riders back. That's kind of what I want to be able to do to be a bit more useful to my team. Lap 10, the pace is getting really friggin' hard. This is 41k an hour up a hill, and you can see these big gaps starting to fill. So I've caught that group, and there's another group up the road which I'm sort of putting in decent power to get as well, and I'm going super in the red here. I have a bit of a heart condition, so my heart can go really fast. So I've had Holter monitor, SV, just the whole shabazz, ultrasounds, everything. But yeah, I got up to 246 beats per minute here. A bit of a gap coming in. This guy's sort of letting me through, but I'm nah, I'm getting cooked. So he pulled a really good turn for a lap, and I essentially decided to take over duties after that. So I did quite a lot of work on the front, which is good for fitness. And this kid, pretty fit. He, 11 laps in, he's done a good job. And he actually attacks me on this uphill, which, good for him that he's got the audacity to do that. But this is what kind of irks me a little bit, but it doesn't really bother me too much, is that after he's tried that attack and then it hasn't been successful, he looks at me and flicks me through. So it's kind of I'm doing all the work, but I'll attack you and get you to waste matches when you don't really need to. So I drove the front for a bit. Bosco tried another attack, so I kind of just sat there and let it happen. And yeah, you can see the guys are shutting these attacks straight away. So that was a thing. So yeah. Anyways, still 3 guys off the front. We all think it's 2. You can see me on the right here. Norris is about to just call me out.
Get my wheel down.
I'm on his wheel.
Yeah.
And this is the last lap. So I'm on Norris's wheel now. He's our road captain. And yeah, Tim here is going to pull a massive turn downhill to string the group out. So when you push the speed, the group strings out. It becomes much harder for anyone to overtake anyone else because they'll be in the wind. And yeah, so we were pushing it, and then, oh my god, Tim was cooked, so he was gone. and Norris is just going to make sure that I'm on his wheel.
Get on me, Dan!
Which I was, sort of. Not very well on his wheel, but I mean, Norris was driving an impossible pace. Like, he's doing 48, 49 kilometers an hour up a hill. Like, he is doing huge power here. And he does, in fact, he's doing so much power out of the saddle up this hill, he actually loses the back wheel. Which, yeah, is just insane. So this is some lead out here. Anyways, we get attacked by 2 riders. So huge attack here. And these guys pass with, like, this isn't a half-assed attack. This is a huge, massive attack. And you can see I've had to respond because Norris is cooked. So I'm going after them. Norris has basically finished his race here. So he's pulling over and just letting these guys through. Same with Balhan. Good lead out train. Thanks, team. Awesome job again. But in the meantime, I've had to chase these guys, and I'm doing sort of like 600 watts after doing, like, I think I averaged about 500 watts for a minute up that hill. So to put out power at this stage, it was seemingly impossible. And these guys are just on a big turn, but I was able to pit them at the line, and yeah, so I got through. So I actually came 4th. I thought I came 3rd, but there was actually 3 breakaway riders and not 2. So 4th place. But overall, really nice ride. I enjoyed it, and I'll be back next week.